Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Her 5-year mission: to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no man has gone before. I am Calicat, the Calicaster. I'm Cal Hazel, the Calicaster. And welcome to AdamaCon 2026. I have here some special guests. Well, they're sort of fantastic plastic guests. And you just know this is all a fun fiction because, George Takei and William Shatner would never share a stage together. They had a falling out years ago. Oh my, I shall go by Captain Sulu. Oh my, I shall go by Captain Sulu. Only promoted to captain after all those years. Damn it. What do you want me to say? I mean, come on. Half the crew of the original Starship Enterprise was, by at least. Oh my, I would know. Yes, well, I haven't come here to discuss that. But KS shipping stuff. We invented that years ago. At least our generation did. Yes. Damn it. Mr. Sulu. Damn it, George. I am Captain Kirk. Starship Enterprise. This is a cheesy set. Had several wives. One of them died mysteriously. Several daughters during the show as well. I like to ride horses. And my death years ago in Generations was kind of stupid. I should have been Captain Kirk, heroically on the Enterprise, saving the universe somehow. That's what I would have done. So I wrote several books about it. Yeah. So this is where we end up. Although I must say that I borrowed this wig from Shatner's collection. Yes, because I am bald, as billiard ball. So was he, near the end of the show. But then he got hair plugs. I didn't. I aged gracefully. I'm only wearing this toupee here because it's funny. Yes. Anyway. Yes. We're here. We are the Star Trek people. That would introduce us. Yes. Yes. From the first Star Trek. 60 years ago. Over 60 years. We started filming in 23. Yeah, over 60 years ago. We started filming in 62. Somewhere around there. 63. Yes. And we did not like hippies because we were in the generation right in between. Didn't care for the hippies. The hippies would have been a little younger. Yes. Why did my character try to emulate the Beatles? Kind of Davy Jones. From the Monkees, which was a rip-off of the Beatles. Kind of was. What the heck? I don't know. Yes. Yes. The character, of course, is Chekhov from Star Trek. Yeah. At least I don't need to do the cheesy accent. Just to do a regular voice. Just a little bit of an accent, you see. Yes. I like the set, though. It's kind of cool. I like the set. I like the set as well. Especially the captain's chair. Did you know that when they built the sets and all that stuff, they got parts from everywhere, including gel candies on the bridge. And on the captain's chair right here on the armrest. These little buttons with the different colors, they were actually the buttons off of a dishwasher. Yes, a dishwasher. Yes, the captain's chair is a Kenmore. Now later, Kenmore World or Sears bought each other, but it was a Kenmore. Well, I could be making that up. Could be bullshit, but you never know. I'm Bill Shatner. Bill Shatner. Yes. Well, actually, I'm Captain Kirk. Actually, I'm just somebody imitating William Shatner. Obviously. One time, Cal Hazel over there came to a convention. He was young, spry, inexperienced. Came to the convention, and he's like imitating me. It was hilarious. And I was like, I don't sound like that boy. The audience laughed because apparently I did. Yeah. I find that amusing. I was like, yeah. Well, welcome to the 60th anniversary action figure convention, which is not connected to any of the others. It isn't making any money or profit. Just thought I'd point that out. Yes. I was about to quote some other character from one of my other stories, but I thought better of it. After all, Cal Hazel did not stay for my rendition of Star Trek V. It's incredible that the three of us are still alive, of the original cast. It's astounding. Yeah. Danny Crane. Oh, I said it. Doesn't make any sense. That's another show. Why did I do that? It just slipped out.
Alright, so I am Vod Duick on the show, Kimchi, and will act as a sort of a break in the action. Introducing the next generation people. If you're going to switch over to the next generation people, I just want to put everyone in the shot, in the hall, convention hall. That's it, convention hall. Break the fourth wall. Yeah. And no, my husband won't mind. Nothing happened. It's only a dance. People. All you gossipers.
Well, it certainly wasn't the lambada. Almost, though. Damn, that's messed up. Yeah, I remember that. Gotta laugh. Well, okay. So, all I know is the character that this is Sean Paris as well, and the other one's Nick Lucarno, and we're kind of the same guy. And currently, Cal Hazel actually has more hair than Robert Duncan McNeil. He's completely bald. He shades it all off. So Cal Hazel would look funny with his hair shaved completely off. Just thought I'd mention that. Okay, next up, we have the Next Generation people. Star Trek Next Generation. All of the main cast are still alive, so they're going to be coming up next. And we're going to have them say a little bit, and then each one will say a little bit. And then we'll go on to the Starship Locations people, because this is just a sort of Star Trek thing. 60 years of Star Trek. 800 hours of television or more. Show ran during a next generation. Ran for 18 years, roughly that time period. Yeah, we don't need to go into the minutia of what generation happened. Just know that it was about 20 years after the original Star Trek when they introduced a new television show, Star Trek: The Next Generation, and all that other stuff you know. So we don't need to go over that. But in 1987, about 30 years ago. So let's bring them out, and so the other one was 66, and this is 87. And then there was Deep Space Nine and Voyager and Enterprise. We don't have any Enterprise people here today. We don't have anybody from. We have a few Discovery people that we remade out of other ones. But other than that, they didn't make too many of them. I mean, I could have brought out some of them, but I didn't. That's okay. I don't need to do that. Now, on to the next people. Introduce the next generation people. I'm going to pause the camera. Space. The final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Our ongoing mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no one has gone before. And now I present Wesley Crusher. Yeah, Will Wheaton, Wesley Crusher. Well, it's in plastic. Now presents the cast of Star Trek: The Next Generation. Not everybody's here, but for once we got Patrick with the other cast instead of separately. We got him to stand there with the rest of the cast. So they're gonna, Captain Picard. So yeah, and he's not 5'10". Anyway, so yeah, so I'm hosting that, and Denise Crosby over there, or Yar over there, who's also on the other show. It's not really her, but she is the floor person. Yeah, just gonna say, okay, the next crew comes on. In this instance, this cast right here does not include some of the Picard show people. One of them might come later, maybe not. We'll see. But yeah, so it's just the next generation. And now the next generation. Dun 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 dun. Dun. Oh, I'm so pretentious. I made my own show, spin-off thing, and didn't include you in it until the 3rd season. Is that why you don't invite me to the conventions? Probably. Yes. Yes. I have children. One of them was on the Next Generation. I've had several wives, and my latest wife is literally half my age. Just thought I'd take that and nip that in the bud right now. She's half my age. Although, at my age, rather not performing very well in other ways, if you know what I mean. Almost 90. Come on. My character, though, was over 100. By 2305, he was supposed to have been born, so then it's like 2405 would be over 100. Yes. So just thought I'd add that. Get that out of the way right away. Yes, and my character's also been sleeping with Ian McKellen on the side. But she knows, doesn't care. Oh my. So if that guy out there in the audience, Sam Clerk, or that other guy, Mr. Picard, from the Trek code is out there somewhere. It probably is. Yes, I'm bi, obviously. Oh my. But not to them. So, just thought I'd also nip that in the bud. Yes. So, Captain, you're running out of jokes. I suggest you quit with your head. Your improv routine needs work. Yeah. My improv routine, on the other hand. I had several stalkers after me. I've moved my house 3 times. Yeah. In this silly Trek series, Cal Hazel and Mark's Cards, Cal Cat and Mark's Cards, didn't include me until later on in the other stories, for whatever reason. And finally, there were versions of me. The Picard show kind of springboarded that, their return. Yeah, so that's interesting. Yes, there were new shows by 2017. 2017.
Yes, tends to ramble. Yes. And yes, it's true what they say, that dang, Nemesis, I sort of forgot my accent entirely, and I spoke Britishly, because I'm really English. Yeah, Picard's not really French, so there you go. I'm not really Greek. I was playing a Greek lady, playing Deanna Troy, Greek lady. Yeah. I do remember Cal Hazel's friend, James Buffkin. How could I forget? Kept staring at my protuberances. I don't blame him, but still. Right in front of me? Anyway. Well, now he won't. Because now, yes, I'm older. It's unfortunate, really. I'd rather like my protuberances. Yes, protuberances. Yeah, protuberances. Yes. I also gate my fat marina. Anyway, what about mine? Not sure where this is going, but yeah, I played Dr. Crusher on The Next Generation. My son Wesley is over there, my space son. I have another space son with Picard. Yeah. We don't necessarily need to see him because, right around now, because my actual character was kind of having a fling with him. And now he's got sort of an Oedipus thing going on. And, yeah, it's a little creepy. So, yeah, it didn't let him in the con. We didn't let him in the con, in the convention hall. Just thought I'd mention that we didn't do that.
Well, it's your own darn fault. Well, it's your own darn fault for feeding him that one time. Now your fake stepson loves you a lot. I mean, not that it hasn't happened to me. I ran off to go hang out with a traveler, and I have said it before on my other shows. It's canon. He and I were intimate. Clink, 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 clink. Da, 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 da. I'm literally gonna make that noise because that's funny. Yeah, I'm in the costume, whatever they're going. Why not? Yes. All right, Michael Dorn, Worf, the first Klingon the first Klingon in Starfleet. Can we start that again? No, I guess not. If I stutter, I stutter. Anyway, handsome silverfish, handsome silver fox, silverfish. What the hell, silver fox? Yes. Yeah. Klingon ninja guy. Why was the Picard show lit so darkly? You could barely see me. Anyway, yes. Yes, it's very Klingon. I think it's fun that newer show has Alexander in it. My son's in it. That's cool. Well, my fake show son. My space son. Yes. We could be on the show. Yes. Well, not really, but as an action figure. Yes. I thought I'd point that out. For copyright reasons. Just in case, Paramount tries to sue this guy. Yeah. But with all of that Warner Brothers, Paramount thing going on, Skydance thing, probably not worry about that. Yeah. I played the Klingon. I got to kill bad guys and stuff. To be all gruff. And I replaced Lieutenant Yar. Lieutenant Yar's right over there. So that's fun. She got to be on the show. She got to be on it first. She was cast as the Dr. Tabby in the other one first, like right away. And one of the first people cast on Starship Chimera, Dr. Tabby. That's awesome. Yeah. So, and now she actually fits the age that she was. Hey. Just kidding. Well, maybe. Well, yeah. I decided to stick the visor back on to come out here. I'm Geordie LaForge from Star Trek. I played the blind officer. You know what's interesting about this character is he's actually based on a Star Trek fan. There's a guy named George LaForge, and he was in a wheelchair. And he was a early con guy. True story. He was actually based on somebody. So that's what he was based on. But he wasn't blind, though. He just did that. You know, am I in focus? I think I am. Yeah, he's in focus. Yeah, so it was based on Geordi LaForge. LaForge was based on LaForge. Yeah. And on Star Trek Picard, I had my daughters in it. They're in the back over there. They're standing over there in the back. They're off to the side. They're like, don't put us on camera. Well, one of them's a daughter. One of them's a space daughter. Nepotism. How that works. Yeah, I played the engineer on The Next Generation, Geordie LaForge. And early on, my character is interesting early on in the story because, I didn't really go into, we didn't really address the other ones, but my character was supposed to be gay. Like, real gay. And so, how does he have a girlfriend later? Just saying. I'm not going to go into the whole story, but then they changed it. Season 2, maybe the engineer, and maybe not gay. But my character was totally supposed to be gay. And gay for Picard. Just thought I'd mention that. They weren't ready to do that yet, you see. They weren't ready to do that. Yeah. But I'm not, actually. I'm straight. Well, most Hollywood people are bi. Oh, my. I've done everything. Well, I've done everything. I'm Riker. Well, Jonathan Frakes. Well, not really. Plastic imitation Jonathan. And, yeah. They did me up like the character of Schmidt, that Tim character. But yeah, just for fun. I dressed up like Schmidt. Don't worry about it. I'm not that young anymore. Anyways, that's fun. And although there is a character right behind me, he is way back there, so it's probably fine. Because, doesn't matter. Yeah, so here we are at the convention thing. And, oh yes, on the show, my space daughter, Kestra, is a main character on Starship Locations. Main character, Kestra. Riker. With a friend, Tamara Locarno. Well, it's kind of clever how they brought back the Locarnos in that series. Fan series. Shipping series. They brought them back and had them have a child. About the same age as Kestra. So, that's cool. And, yeah. And that early Starfleet Academy adventure, before Starfleet Academy, that new series, ever existed. Astounding. Yes. Yes, I know. Astounding. Yes. But I'm Riker. Of course I'm astounding. Yeah.
I was the first recognizable Star Trek character to be on the Starship Chimera. With my co-star, the Leon Ayer. I think he's over there in the crowd. You can see him over there, yeah. Hello. Hello, Ayer.
Hi. Hi, camera. I'm not supposed to be on film. Yeah. Hi, Tabby. And, yeah.
Yeah, I embarrassed him. Good. Yeah, I embarrassed him. Good. My actual character is called Miriam Kim, MC Kim. Yeah, in case you didn't know. Yeah, so anyway, so yeah, but in next generation it needs crossbane. Okay. But yeah, and this is my natural hair color. I call it platinum blonde. It's not. It's gray. Oh well. It was blonde. Sort of.
Space, the final frontier. These are the adventures of Deep Space Nine, our ongoing mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, and boldly go where no one had gone before. So, I think it's time that we should just switch to the next group. Have everybody in the scenes, and that'd be cool. And yeah, so we're gonna switch to the next group. So we don't have all of the Deep Space Nine guys, but we have a lot of them. Just because we couldn't get all of them. I mean, we have kind of all of them, but we want to have all of them. So let's get them. Yes. Let us get the Deep Space Nine, people. Aye, and now I present the cast of Deep Space Nine. Oh, now I'm going to go back to the bar. I got nothing to see, really. It's supposed to be Miles O'Brien. I'm also Mark's cards. It's kind of weird. Could be that Scott character, but I'm not. And I'm going to go back to the bar. So if you excuse me, I'll do that. I'll wait here for this, though. You figure the way they're doing this is if you have like all of the generations from the Playmates characters, pretty much all of them, they can't all say more than a few words. Otherwise, it'll go on forever. Well, yeah, you get a point. I played Miles O'Brien. Oh, and I got the daughter on the show. A daughter and the son, allegedly. Molly and yeah, here's Molly. Let's put her there. Molly's over here. Molly's over here. She looks a bit like Ro, but she's not. There's Molly O'Brien. Yeah, and there. But you're not really Molly, are you? The other one. Oh, where's Molly? Here's Molly. Yeah, it's gonna be weird because there's two of them, you see. There's gonna be weird because there's two of them. I'll explain that in a wee mite, I guess. I might not.
Well, you see, actually, I am Kiriyoshi. Because, like, almost 30 years ago, when you had us on Deep Space Nine, it was in the 1990s, and I was an infant. I was born in Kiriyoshi. My character was actually born a girl. And they didn't change it to a boy. They just yeah, it wasn't like there was a change and somebody, like, transmuted me into a boy. That's not what happened. I didn't get transformed into a... What happened is, when they hire a baby to be on a show for a few seconds, they usually use a girl baby because they're quieter. So they use a girl baby. So my character was originally a girl. And they played that up on that episode where I met myself from this show. Yeah, in this show they just made Kiriyoshi a boy. So yeah, I'm not Molly though. I'm a Kiriyoshi. Molly's over there. Yeah, Molly O'Brien. I was a girl on the show. Yeah, that's what happened. And yeah, we exist. And in the the Starship Locations, I'm a main character. Well, I'm a reoccurring character, main character this season. And Miral Paris and I are married since 2403. Yeah, so with the Paris and the Voyager girl. Yeah, and yeah, she's a little younger than me. Not too much. We're adults. It's fine. Perfectly acceptable. It's the future. Get over it if you're upset about that. It's the future. Yeah, and that over there, she looks a lot like me. It's kind of scary. Yeah, so... Anyways, I also played other characters, though. She actually played the other one from the crew as well. So, one of the Abbeys, I think. One of us was one of the Abbeys at one point on Starship Locations. Yeah, as well. And that was confusing. So then we switched them. made it less confusing, but it ended up kind of making it more confusing. Yeah, can't win with that. Because they didn't make a lot of us, so... So there won't be much of Kiriyoshi Girl, just because it's confusing. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm Kiriyoshi O'Brien. I'm the main character on yes, because there was a boy, an actual person born on the Deep Space Nine show. I am the son of Kira and Bashir, Navigator and Alexander Siddig. Well, not really, but I play him. Yes. So they had a kid on the show. They didn't just bother writing that in, so we could have, they could have been my parents on the show. It made more sense. But they wanted to hide all of that and have her with Odo. Never thought that made sense. Anyway, this version attempts to ship that and explain that whole thing. Yes. Oh. Yeah, so I'm Kiriyoshi O'Brien. They introduced the girl Kiriyoshi O'Brien just recently this season. Just another universe's Kiriyoshi where she was a girl. It's not a trans thing. It was just that's the actor is the girl, and I was a boy. Later on, my character. Yes, and clearly I looked like Bashir, and not O'Brien's kid, because what they did is they said, "Oh, Keiko's child was transferred." Unborn fetus transferred to Keiko to Kira, some silly timey-wimey thing. Transporter thing or something. And it's goofy. It doesn't make sense. Yeah. Yes. Don't blame me. Oh, I don't know. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, hello. Nana Visitor here. Yeah. Oh, hello. I'm Nana Visitor here. Well, yes, Kira Nuri's son, Star Trek Next Generation. Well, not really, this Cal Hazel played. But yes, I played Kira, and they had me with a relationship with Odo, who was like way too old for me in the show, and he was a shapeshifter. It was just really weird and awkward, and I didn't like that. And so, yes, my character was totally shagging Alexander Siddig behind the scenes. Yeah, and I got pregnant. And they wrote it into the story. They should have just said I was with him, the doctor guy. Why not? I don't know why they didn't do that. Yeah, that's our kid over there. Well, in the story, it is. Yeah. For copyright reasons, we have to say, in the story. Yeah.
I believe that Quark is right over there. Yes. Yes. I want to distract from the weirdness of this scene and say Quark is right over there. I'm hiding behind the evil Forge. I'm hiding behind the evil LaForge. The other show. I guess I don't know if he's the evil LaForge. I'm just guessing. Hiding behind him. You didn't see me. Yes, I, Worf, was also on Deep Space Nine, and my wife was Ezri Dax. Yes, in Star Trek, relationships never really work out. They always manage to end in death. Unless it's Riker and Troy, in which case, no. Yes. So it's Worf. Yeah. So the Defiant couldn't actually fight the Borg Cube very well. Just thought I'd point that out. Yes. Yeah. And I am Cyric Loftone, Jake Sisko from Star Trek. I've had a few cameos in the Starship Locations, so they had me come and be on this. And also, they got me a gig on Starfleet Academy, a cameo sequence, in which I played a holographic version of me inside my book, which I somehow published and became famous from, without actually publishing it. I don't know how that works. Made some timey-wimey stuff, I don't know. Anyway, so I was on Starfleet Academy. Yeah. It's all Tony Newsom's fault. Over there on Discovery. Well, not Discovery, what am I saying? Oh, Lower Decks. I can't keep all these shows straight. Too many of them after 60 years. But I was like, nah, yeah. Yeah, Aaron Eisenberg should have a ship named after him. And that version of the show where they were going somewhere else with it and had him killed off, that would have been dumb. It wasn't their fault. He died. Like, the actor died. Aaron Eisenberg, you got a ship named after you and a bunch of stuff. So he represent. Oh no. Well, if you ask me, the shipping story that should have happened on Deep Space Nine was me with the Doctor, and then it could go with Kira. I still kind of like him. And I know Renee and Quark were doing it. Obviously. There were two gay power couples. Me and the Doctor. And, well, bi. I guess the Doctor's bi. But, and Quark and Odo. Yes. I mean, obviously. I mean, come on. Their love-hate relationship was obviously a front. Yes. Oh my. Yes. No, I swung that way, but maybe my character does. Would like to have a spot of tea or something later. Maybe we could talk about it. How about something stronger? A beer or something. Perhaps a red wine? Oh no. Ooh, red wine. Classy. Ooh, red.
So yeah, hello. Although I look like Terry Farrell, I'm actually supposed to be Ezri Dax, or Ezri Locarno. I married Nick Locarno in the 2380s, after he was rescued from that planet thing, whatever, and all that. So he was redeemed, married him, and had a kid in the early 2380s, whatever. And yeah, so I'm Ezri Locarno. And it was suggested at a convention by Cal Hazel that I should be on the stage with my other Dax self. And I was like, oh yeah, that should happen. So we're making it happen right now. Yes, I am Ezri Locarno and Nicole DeBauer, a little younger than the other one. I won't give our ages away. And yes, here is Terry. And I was on the main character on Starship Chimera in the sequels. I appear now as a spy god thing, time traveler thingy, timey-wimey thing. I mean, I'm slightly younger. I should be. And that's okay. It's too hard to explain that. But yes, yeah, Terry Farrell and all that. And yeah, I also was the Dax character. Yeah. Now, incidentally, we're both our real name in a silly track is Jane Piedmont. Just in case you want to know, Jane Piedmont. Yeah, sister of Sally Kelly Bullocks. So Jane Bullocks, originally. The inspiration for Foster. Silly Kelly. Sometimes we switch them, though, so it's confusing. Sometimes it's MC Kim playing me. This is really weird. But yes, that's what happened. But yeah, Jane. So yeah, and she is too. And I am Vod Duick, based on a character from the show that's actually younger than the two of you, really. Based on an actual person from the current cast, who had left the cast. On our way out, you would like to be in my Star Trek fan film, in honor of you. And I said yes. So I've been in the fan film since 2025. Yeah, and I keep appearing as sort of a demigod thing, kind of a counterpoint to you. I kind of appear as sort of like a, and I was Kimchi on the other one, too. Back in the day. MC Kim, Kimchi, Starcrackers, and Space Vanguards. Yeah, my character, but the person I played. Yeah, so there you go with that one. There you go with the Deep Space Nine people. Yeah.
That's the Deep Space Nine people. So that's the Deep Space Nine people. There's a lot of them. There's probably others, but those are the ones that are here. And I'm sure Quark could come over here if you really wanted to, but he doesn't really, so we're going to leave him behind. And somebody in the galley is dropping something. Oh, I better go check it out. Anyway, you guys are going to switch over to the other people now. It's fine. Hey, switch over to the next crew, the Voyager. It's got some of the Voyager people. Not all of them. Some of them. They didn't die. It's just not that not all here. So, yeah, bring in the Voyager people. Yes, we'll bring in the Voyager people. The Voyager people. And some other stuff. Voyager people. And we're going to end this one now.
Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Voyager. Our ongoing mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations. to boldly go where no one dared go before. Journey home, that is.
Welcome to the Star Trek Voyager people. Nick Locarno and Tom Paris here. I'm Nick Locarno from the Chimera series in Starship Locations, main character. And now I'm some kind of timey-wimey being, as they're calling it now, I guess. And yeah, I was redeemed in the Dominion War, my character arc, story arc, which was actually altered in Lower Decks. But yeah, I got saved on the planet, so okay. Yeah, so yeah, Nick Locarno was originally supposed to be Nick Locarno on the Voyager. They changed it to Tom Paris. Yeah, so yeah, yeah, and the two Seska Amandas aren't here. They're in the other cast. I just thought I'd mention that there, and also, as I mentioned, Jennifer Lane Cass is not here. She's around, but she went crazy and yeah, Cass. Yes, she's being difficult. Just won't go there. It's fine. Cass. Fascinating. I've been on the Calicat shows too myself. Fascinating. I've been on the Calicat shows too myself. Fascinating. I've been on the Calicat shows myself as well. It is silly. I enjoy them. Especially enjoyed playing a sort of pseudo bad guy on that one episode. A couple of episodes. Yes. And on the Picard show, I had a cameo. Tim Russ, of course. Tuvok.
Aye. And Captain Janeway, commander of the Voyager. Commander of the Voyager.
Yeah. And I'm Harry Kim, Voyager. I'm apparently no longer an ensign. I'm a captain in this universe. Finally, at last, a captain. And they made fun of that on Lower Decks as well. Yeah, captain. I'm a captain.
And then we have Torres. And Belena Torres. Yeah, I'm supposed to be married to Paris. Yeah, that relationship wasn't too weird, I guess. The whole Neelix thing was kind of weird, though. Neelix and Cass thing, it's kind of weird. Oh well. Yeah, so I'm here too. I've been on the silly show too as well. Yeah, I've been there. Yeah.
Hi. I'm the Carrie Mahoney character. A number of people. I come back to play Mahoney, even though I think the Mahoney character on the show would be he's a little younger than this version. I think he is. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But yeah, he would be. If it actually was Carrie, Lieutenant Carrie from Voyager, then I wouldn't be Mahoney and the other guy. They'd be slightly younger. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I'm on that guy, and yeah, so I was killed on the show.
Well, that's fun. Well, that's interesting. The next thing.
Please state the nature of the medical emergency. I got to be on Star Trek Academy. Ooh, Starfleet Academy. Please state the nature of the medical emergency. Oh, I got to be on Starfleet Academy. Chakotay's not really here, but a version of him is. The younger version of him who was on the Academy show. Yeah. He should probably pop up later, though, I would think. Yeah, Mia. Mir. Yeah, Mir. I'm supposed to be like a descendant of him, I guess. Yeah, descendant of him. That's it. Yeah, Mir. I'm younger than him, obviously. Yeah. Way younger than him. Yeah. Oh, there he is. Young upstart bastard. Sorry I'm late. I had to see a guy about a car. Yeah. Robert Beltran here. Yeah. Chicote. Voyager. First officer. Wonder why the right wingers don't complain about that. Yeah. They never once mentioned it. And I'm a guy and I'm subservient to a girl. She's a captain. They never mentioned that. It's odd. Oh well.
Maybe because they knew you were a kitten. Maybe because they knew that I was butch. Which means that Q wouldn't have stood a chance with me. You've never seen me actually have a man, have you? My character, anyway. Not me. I, Mulgrew, I'm not. I'm probably bi.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that, but it's funny that 7 of 9 was like into me at one point. I refused.
I was not. I was experimenting. These guys do have a 7 of 9 figure. They just made me up to look like, I'm clearly an older Dr. Crusher. But let's just say that I'm Jerry Ryan 7 of 9. Yes, and Harry Kim, I was just testing you. I was teasing you. I wasn't actually going to do you. No. Yeah. Just thought I'd show up and say that. No. I'm the captain of the current Enterprise. Enterprise G. Okay, Voyager people. That's it for you. Now the other series is the later series stuff. We'll go on to that and see that. And, yeah. And we'll mainly have more of them later. So we'll do that. Later series. Some of them.
Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the starship Cerritos. Her ongoing mission to explore strange new worlds, seek out new life and new civilizations, and boldly go where no one had gone before. Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the starship Prodigy. Her continuing mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no one had gone before. Dun, 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 dun. So now we present some of the cast done up as Playmates figures, but they're actually ones from Voyager mostly, except for the Forge one. As the characters from Lower Decks and Prodigy. And so I'm going to meet up with them. Some of the characters from that. Not all of them. Some of them are here. Yeah. Some of the main ones. And they've also been on the shows, in the Starship Locations, and in supporting roles. Yeah. Here they are, the cast of the two shows. I played Doll Rail on Star Trek. Yeah, well, this character is. I'm not actually the voice of that guy. It's somebody else. And right now I can't think of his name, but yeah, him. Yeah. I'm a Chakotay, but I've been painted up to look like him. He's an augment alien creature. It's a cartoon, so they've done this as a action figure. It's kind of cool. Yeah, it's supposed to be rebellious or something. Yeah, it's supposed to be like a teenager or something. But the actor that plays me, does voiceover, is actually 20 in his 20s, late 20s, and they do that a lot in Hollywood. Most of them are actually. There is a teenager in the cast, but Rock Talk, that's the character she plays. But she's not here.
I play Gandala of the planet Ceylon. Yeah, Gwendala on the show. And, I'm also kind of snarky, kind of similar to the other one. In one timeline, the planet was destroyed, but then it came back. Actually, Will Wheaton, Wesley appeared as a traveler. So you could technically show up here too, but it's okay if you didn't. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I've been on the show mainly in sick bay scenes. And Starship Locations will show up sometimes on the bridge. Yeah. So yeah, supposed to be. Our show was supposed to take place in the 2380s. Same with Lower Decks. But our voice actors are 10 years older than we're playing. Me and Dal over there. And yeah, so yeah. But in reality, if it's actually 20 years after those shows, then we would be quite a bit older than we're playing. Yeah. Which is addressed later by one of our other crewmen here. Things. Yeah, so I'm the last of this group from this show that's here. And actually, the real actors that play us do conventions. And we have been known to appear. Yeah. Him more so than me.
Yeah. And nothing weird about that. Nothing weird at all. Huh. Oh, well, I'm going to go on to the next one, I guess. Oh.
Well, actually, a writer on Starfleet Academy now. My character is Tom Newsom. I'm Lower Decks. Main character on Lower Decks. Yeah. Beck and Mariner. And we're going to get well, just to get the ball rolling, I guess. That episode which I was following, with Locarno and all that, Wesley and Cito Jackson, that was not a direct slight against Starship Locations because they don't know who Cal Hazel is. But it kind of was, when you look at it that way, because like that's the main character using Locarno, and by taking that out, the shipping doesn't work anymore, which Will Wheaton would approve of, the shipping. He does the shipping. Wesley Crusher there. But the thing is, it's kind of right. And I know we've been kind of over that before. But the thing is, my character is in her 40s. On the show, I played somebody 20 years younger than me. This is 20 years ago. So I'm younger than me. Which screws up the timeline even more. Because technically, if I am the age that I am now, back then I couldn't have known them at all. It wouldn't even been, wouldn't make sense. Doesn't work. The dates and ages don't line up with the actors and the voice actor. Of course they don't. I could not have known Nick Locarno at the Academy. I could not have known Will Wheaton. I keep saying Will Wheaton. I could not have known Wesley Crusher at the Academy. Yeah. I could not have known Cito Jackson at the Academy. If my character was that age in that time period, I would have been about 12 when they were at the Academy. And I don't think I was hanging out with him then. Yeah. Maybe even younger. If I was actually the younger age, I would have been 8. That ain't gonna happen. They're not gonna happen. That's goofy. They just didn't figure it out. All that they had to do was set the show in the 2390s or something. It probably would have been fine. Or yeah, then it would have been okay. If it was 10 years later, it would have been okay. I think. No, maybe not. It would have been messier, I think. Now that I think about it. Yeah. I think it would have just been messed up anyway. But it's a cartoon version of Star Trek, like Prodigy. And, there's... And on Starship Locations, my character is a movie era Uhura, action figure. But I'm playing Tannen Newsom's character of Beacon Mariner. And so, on Starship Locations, I'm a commander of the Starship Legacy. I'm married to Brad Boimler.
And Brad Boimler is, of course, like a Carey. But he's Mr. Carey. Lieutenant Carey. From Voyager. Yes, he's a character from Voyager, not from something else. Go look him up. He's a Carey. That's what he's called. There was a character in Starcrackers, the Starship Vanguard's previous thing in the 90s. So actually, it's another one of those Cal Cat Brown stories where another show was imitating one of his. Is literally that. Starcrackers was done in the 1990s. An hour of it was completed by 1992. Deep Space Nine hadn't premiered yet. Voyager was 3 years off. So yeah, they totally ripped him off. They just took the character and used it. Yeah, so Brad Boimler. And another thing, Boimler is Bulmer from the Space-Time Eye. It's the same name. Just spelled a little differently, but it's so close. How do you know about Space-Time Eye? How do you know about the Locarno thing? I think that McMahon guy knew stuff. I think he did. I can't prove it, but I think so. I was also the other Carrie, and I've always been Vince Lahoney, and the other story and everything. Son of the Quaid is the character, Randy Quaid's son. Dennis Quaid's son. No, Randy Quaid's son. Yeah, from Hollywood. That's who this character is. And he's actually in his 30s. And he really wouldn't have known Wesley Crusher and them. He would have been 3 when they were at the Academy. No. Yeah, I really wouldn't have known. I'm figuring that Beckett Mariner's character was a child on the Enterprise D, and that she just idolized them, so she went and visited them at the Academy, and she was actually a kid. Just remembering it wrong. Yeah, I think that's what happened. That's the story.
I'm Devonna Tinney. Just to set the record straight about online characters, some Trek fan guy thinks that I am her. Man, I'm screwing that up. Okay, I'm Devonna Tinney, and I'm not married to some guy on the internet. I don't know what that guy's problem is. Some Trek guy out there says, "Oh, this is my wife." I know you're kidding, but seriously, no. Noella Wells is not married. Noella Wells is not married. Noella Wells is not married to you, dude. Now, neither am I. And Teddy, here in this timeline, though, our characters from Prodigy and Lower Decks, both set in the 2380s, play characters as they're 20 years older. So yeah, my character and my voice actor, real life, 40s, and so that's fun. But yeah, so she wouldn't have known Wesley at the Academy either. But I'm playing a character much younger, so it's fine. I think the oldest one of us is this guy over here that's seen some of the cast before. Yeah.
Jordy guy. I play Sam Rutherford. I'm an augment. Kind of like LaForge, because we didn't really have a Sam Rutherford character. So I was like an augmented LaForge. An augment as in like a transhuman, not a transsexual, although I could be. You never know. It's Hollywood. Anyway, Eugene Cadero is the voice actor, I believe. And he's the oldest one of that cast. So well, actually, the oldest one is the guy who plays Jacob Pog, the Tellarite guy, pig-like Tellarite. Anyway, so that's our characters, and we're on an animated version of Star Trek. They both were canceled. The Prodigy first, and then Lower Decks. Prodigy aired 2 seasons and did complete a second season. We completed 5. And these are very short seasons nowadays. It used to be back in the day, Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, and Voyager were 26-episode seasons. Seasons in the 2017 and on series, like Discovery and Strange New Worlds and Academy and all those, they are 10-episode seasons. That's half the episodes. So technically, even though Strange New Worlds is in season 4, it completed 30 episodes, roughly. And it's now going on to, 30 episodes. Yeah. To do another 15 in 4 and 5 there. And they got canceled. There was also a Section 31 show, but we don't talk about that. And it was turned into a movie. Yeah. Anyway, so.
That was the Lower Decks. Okay, so that was Lower Decks, and that was Prodigy, and animated shows, voice actors, which is kind of like this, but this is a motion comic. But yeah, I don't know any of them, so if they're offended by the characters' voices and ages and changed, oh well, apologies. But I don't know any of them, so actually, I never actually met any of the voice actors from those two shows. Yeah. Huh. Yeah. So we're gonna have them move on, and they're gonna have characters from some of the other shows show up, and go through them as well. And hang out with them. We only get a little time allotted for them, and then there's Q&A. So yeah. But we want to get everybody from each series represent. Yeah. Space. The final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Her ongoing mission, to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no one had gone before.
Ah, greetings. I'm going to do this again, I guess. Alright then. These are some of the Starship... Greetings, I'm going to do that again. These are some of the people from Star Trek Picard. Not all of them. It would be ridiculous to include all of them. Now, wouldn't it? Ah, one more came in. Alright. Let's do it. Yes. Yeah, yes, obviously. It didn't make any sense, Dr. Crusher, to have said that boy was who isn't here at the moment, was actually, yes. By the way, where is he? Well, I decided to come back just to introduce everybody, yeah. I'm going to throw Wesley in there because he was supposed to be in the other group. I don't know what he was on about. But here he is. Wesley. I don't know why I ever wanted that Leah Brahms girl. That's weird. I don't know why I didn't just want Picard. Oh well. Space and time. Yeah, I was on Prodigy too. Yeah, I showed up there. Not that whiny, really. Just because I love the Traveler. My actual voice actor, though, Will, he's not that way. He doesn't swing that way. But I do. Yeah. Here's some other characters. But yeah, I do that. I host some of those shows and stuff. Yeah. Later I'll do some of the paneling, I guess. I don't know, maybe. We'll see. Damn, Will Wheaton, you're really whiny. Yeah. Sidney LaForge or Alondra? I always get them two mixed up. Crash LaForge is in red. I'm the one that's not. Okay, that'll solve that. Alright, I'm the engineer one. Yeah. It's kind of weird that, like, in Star Trek and Starfleet, your kids gotta do what you did. It sounds strange. Yeah, it's really weird. However, I think my character voice actor is not related to LeVar Burton. The other one is. I think that's right. Maybe that's backwards. And it is a little offensive that these are our figurines were Deanna Troy figures, so we painted them black. Just thought I'd point that out. Yeah, they didn't make these figures. They should, but they didn't do it. Not trying to be offensive though. Damn. We get painted? Shit. Oh well. I don't look too bad, I guess. I mean, I kind of look like an industrial accident, which for my character is kind of funny, because she's called Crash. So, yeah, that kind of makes sense. I think they were thinking of Crash, though, the Klingon girl from the Silly Track. Pretty sure they were thinking of that. But she wasn't the helmsman, though, in that story. Anyway, Crash LaForge. I'm actually an action figure of Dr. Crusher, because they didn't make a 7 of 9 without the crappy articulation. So I'm the all good things Dr. Crusher. It's been painted up to look like the 7 of 9, or Jerry Ryan, as I said before. But I get to come back for this one. Commander of the Enterprise G, which is smaller than the other ones. Yeah. It was the Titan A. Cal Cat Brown, or Cal Hazel.
predicted the Titan A's existence way back in the Starship Chimera in 2019, before the Picard show was even a thing. So give him that. And the Enterprise F was actually a different ship in that one, in the background, because obviously it wasn't the one from the game, but then they put the game one in there from Star Trek Online. At the time, Star Trek Online, though, the characters in it, one of them knew of the Brown character and worked for the behind the scenes of the game. So it's kind of cool that some of that's cross-pollinated. Also that there's a Chimera in the game. The Battleship Chimera. Different from this one, though. But anyway, so yeah, what's going on? Anyway, these two walked in, this guy walked in, she was already there, I guess. Didn't notice.
Ah, yes. I am one of the Doctor characters. But here I'm playing Ed Spears, apparently. Yes. I was not shagging Dr. Crusher. I don't know what you're talking about. My space mom. That would be weird. So, yes. It was a joke. You guys, it was a joke. Not a very funny one. Anyway. So, yes. Well, I am... Yeah, they did up my character so he has a little hair. This is funny. Anyway, yeah. And I moved a little.
Okay, that was real brief, but that was some of the characters from Picard. Let's go on to the next group. So, I'm going to introduce the characters from Starfleet Academy that are here, that have been done up from other characters from previous stories. Yes. Now, here are the Academy people. Yeah. And also I was on Prodigy. That was Janeway on Prodigy. Space. The final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Discovery. Her continuing mission: to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no one dared go before. Paraspora of the stars. Scientia of the stars. Either one. These are the voyages of the Starship Athena. Her continuing mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no one dared go before.
Please state the nature of the medical emergency. Yes. I am Robert Picardo, the doctor. And actually, I met Cal Hazel or Cal Catter Brown or whatever his name is at a convention 3 years ago. 2 years ago. It was 2024, 2020. Yes, a couple of years ago. Yeah. Yes, I met him. So that was cool. I met the Silly Trek guy. So, I met him. Is it Mike and me? I was the first panel he came to that day. So I got to beat him. Yeah. Yes, and that was before Starfleet Academy. It was about to be announced and all that. Yeah, a couple of years ago. So that's cool. So I met him. My character's been a couple of guys. I've been Char, and I've been this other guy, and somebody got from the Space-Time Eye thing, with a bunch of people. And here I got to be just recently. I got to be introduced to the story as a Caleb Muir from DS9. Yeah, because closer to my age anyway. Yeah, so that's cool. I got to be in that. And, yeah, he's actually like 20-something, but he's playing like a teenager. Or young 19 or 20. Yeah, and clearly the girlfriend character in the story is modeled after somebody from his church group. It really, really is. They must have a connection with it. Well, that one guy did work for Star Trek Online, so maybe he told them what to put in there. I'm thinking that's the case. Yeah, there's uncanny characters going around. Caleb Muir. I mean, Caleb Muir is basically the inspiration for a number of the other ones. The idea of his rebel character side and all that. And another rebel character. And, I get with the girl in the academy. apparently that's been canceled, and there's only one more season to go. And look for Cal Hazel's cameo on that one. Yeah. Yeah, I think he might. Did he cameo on that? Yeah, I think so. I think he's got a cameo. Yeah. Well, maybe not. For copyright reasons. I'm a holdover from Star Trek Discovery. And I'm also weirdly connected to the timeline as well. I'm supposed to be the daughter of Picard and Dr. Crusher in the Silly Trek timeline. Who was born in 2266. That's why she left the Academy. I'm all mutated and stuff. I'm actually Sylvia Tilly in Discovery. No relation. But actually my character in Star Trek Discovery and in Academy resembles more one of the characters from Cal Hazel's church group, Sivan Carey of the Careys. The Careys are in there, and she resembles her, although she acts like Sandra Gatoff, Sandra Talisman character. Yeah, she acts like the other girl, but yeah. So they kind of know the Cat Brown stuff. They just keep like getting pieces of it, but not the whole picture. They should just contact. Anyway, so my character appeared on Academy per suggestion. Yeah, you can get, and yeah. He also helped out with the ending of Starfleet Academy Season 1 by saying, okay, they have the MacGuffin. Actually, him and Mark's cards, John Yeager, helped out with the ending. He's going to do that MacGuffin thing that's going to destroy the Academy. Find a way to make the space-destroying MacGuffin inert so it just doesn't do anything, because otherwise that's stupid. So that's what they did. I think Mark's cards gets the credit for that one. Yeah. I'm another Kira Nuri's character. Possibly a daughter of Nuri's. I don't know. Anyway, I play. I've been a couple of these characters. I think I've been one of the Abbeys, and I'm also one of the other ones. Yeah. And now in this season on the show, I get to play a little used character, only on a couple of times on Discovery, and not really in the Academy, although she should be in Academy. I play Adira Tal, who is non-binary, and Grey Tal is my robot boyfriend. I don't know why I have a boyfriend, but okay. Yeah, they did some weird thing, and he wasn't a robot originally. He got changed into a robot, and yeah, but yeah, so that's cool. And so Cal Hazel, the Cal Cat and Mark's cards decided they would make it so Adira and Gray, my boyfriend, would have characters in this story. And how will we bring the Academy people to meet them? They can't. It's time travel. It would be Q or something. And I said, and then they had the bright idea of saying, well, they're travelers. The travelers took them, and they're part of the travelers now. So they can go back and forth. That's all I need to do. Travelers. That's cool. Yes. So I'm yet another Bashir character, but yes, also I am Grey Tal, the android boyfriend. I don't know why they made us boyfriend and girlfriend. And also we were supposed to be teenagers, but we were really in our 20s. Just you know. Anyway, so yes, I was on Star Trek Discovery, and there were other gay characters on the show. We're not binary, but there were other gay characters, and like Stamets and Kulber. But yes, they turned him into a demigod, and then he came back as a person. They turned me into a robot, an android, soon type android. And then they could still have the symbiotes inside because I'm Trill, you see. Yes. Although the history of Tal is interesting in the universe. You knew what was going to happen, that I was going to show up because the symbiote. Because Tamara Locarno becomes Tamara Tal in one of the timelines that diverged in Starship Locations. And when she did, she was bonded to Javar Tal's symbiote. And Javar Tal is the second host of the symbiote, and I'm supposed to be the seventh, even though it's 700 years later. It doesn't really make sense. And Javar Tal was a commander on Deep Space Nine in the Fearful Symmetry episode. And yes, he was kind of looked like Cisco, but he was a Trill. And yeah, he was one of them. And there was a lady with brown hair that was the next one. It's Tamara Tal. Yes, so that was the next one. And then but the version that's here now is the one that didn't sacrifice herself. It isn't gone. So apparently, one of her is in stasis for like 500 years, so she can pop out later and be the one up something. No, it's probably like 200 years. Anyway, so there would only be 300 years of symbiotes otherwise, and because she's number 3, she'd be like, yeah, it can't be. I can't be 7 if she's number 3. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. I don't know, but yes, it would be way off. I'd be like 12 or 13 in terms of symbiotes. Anyway, I don't think you should worry about it though. Don't write a book about it on a wiki page. It's not necessary. It doesn't need to make sense. It's fine.
Well, he's fun. Well, he's fun. They're fun. That's it. They're fun. Anyway, so they'll go off now. Their show was canceled. They will do one more season, and that's 10 episodes. But yes, the MacGuffin did change. It's because the Duick showed up. Yeah. Yeah, she did. Anyway, so that's that then. Space. The final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Chimera. Her continuing mission to explore strange new worlds and silly situations, and strange new plots, to boldly go where none dared go before. Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Legacy. Her continuing mission to explore strange new plots and silly situations, and boldly go where none dared go before.
Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Esteban. Her continuing mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life in silly situations, to boldly go where none dared go before.
And now, we present the command staff. The Starship Chimera A, the Legacy, and the Esteban. Yes. Yeah. And yes, I am on that ship, and I play the Kiriyoshi O'Brien. Yeah. Yeah, I play Kiriyoshi O'Brien on there. Yes. And he's actually a legacy character from Next Generation. And I'm supposed to be Jeremy Astor. I play a legacy character from Next Generation. Guest starring role in an episode called The Bonding, where Worf became my sort of blood brother thing. So that makes Alexander my uncle. Yeah. I think that's how that works. Anyway, so, yeah. So, Jeremy Astor, Rozhenko. But yeah, and I've been on the ship since the beginning, the Chimera, and yeah, basically doing stuff. I think, Brian and I came the Starship Locations first season, a little after the Chimera pilot, 3-part, 3-hour Chimera pilot, which was a 90-minute script, but the way it was filmed, it came out as 3 50-minute episodes. So it was originally, yeah. The Chimera. That was set in 2388. I'm assuming that somewhere there was Locarno. Their kid was there somewhere. They just didn't mention it. I'm gonna assume that she's probably like 9 or 8 or something. 8 or 9. Yeah. And then later on, yeah, when she's an adult. So yeah, My character was actually briefly married in one timeline that diverged to Javar Tall, who was a big, beefy, sexy black man. But then he was killed in a space mission, and his symbiote was put into Tamara, who became Tamara Tall, the daughter. When she was an adult, of course. The academy, right out of the academy. So yeah, and as the timeline has diverged, now we're in this timeline. It kind of went overboard like the Transformers Legacy one did. The Star Trek Legacy one went overboard, and yeah, they tried to fix it It still works. It all works fine, but yeah, I kind of have to do some homework. That, it's a little funky. Oh well. I like it that my character gets to reappear. Because actually, if I think about it, Jeremy Astor would have been roughly the same age as Beckett Mariner on the next, if she was on the Next Generation as a kid. So yeah, we wouldn't have known Wesley at the Academy. I was a little kid. Walked up to him and he would have went like, see him at 10 forward and all that. Would have walked up to him and he would have went, get away, kid. Buzz off. Yeah. He would have been all, go away, buzz off. So yeah. Anyway. And Crass keeps falling over because she's gotten a hold of some of Mahoney's liquor. I don't think that's the case, but she keeps falling over. Yeah. Just thought I'd mention that. That's what that noise was. Okay, so Nicholas Locarno. The Nicholas Locarno thingy is that story idea early on. Is that they wanted to bring my character back on the Hellcat show. Back in the day, like the script is from 2006, and that was revised several times up till 2012. They started filming in 2012. They reshot like a third of it, and then in 2012, 2013, and then stopped around 2017 at 2014 or 15. It languished for like the last half an hour wasn't done yet. Languished around before they could do the Q Continuum stuff until 2018, and then it came out in 2019 around that anniversary, the 2019 anniversary, and 43rd anniversary. It was going to be the 40th. It was going to be the 2016, but it didn't make it. That would have been the 50th, actually. Now think about it. The 50th, and they needed to yeah. And what they wanted to do was they wanted to have Nick Locarno be the captain of the Starship Chimera, and the namesake of a ship from their earlier stuff from the Starship Locations game during the second San Jose State series. They wanted to be. And so they put that together, and they were like, yeah, and there was going to be, yeah, they redeemed him. They had a scene in which he meets with Captain Tuvok on Deep Space Nine. He tells him about how he won in the Dominion War. He was heroic. He did some things in the Dominion War that were heroic. So in the Dominion War, basically he and Mahoney and Crass and Cedo Jaxa were rescued from a Cardassian prison on Duklala planet. Planet Duklala. That's in the Chautauqua sector somewhere. and they were rescued by the crew of the Exeter, Starship Exeter. I believe that was Intrepid class, like the Voyager. And yeah, it was. And the Exeter. And commanded by Captain Sarah Esteban. The ship was immediately then called to the battle to retake Beta Z. At that point during the Dominion War, the Enterprise E was en route already, and they were going to go to the Battle of Beta Z, and they rescued us on the planet because apparently Cedo had been captured by the Cardassians years earlier. They believed her shuttle blew up, but it wasn't. She'd been captured. She was played by a Seska action figure, and he was taken to because there's no Cedo action figure, and so she was taken to the prison camp. That's where I met her. So my character heroically helps the Exeter because as they enter the firefight at Beta Z, the ship is damaged. The captain's wounded. The captain is disabled, and he needs a wheelchair. So the captain's wounded. The bridge is wrecked, and call goes out to other members of the crew. Go up to the ship and save the Exeter. I believe Crass had a broken leg, and Cedo was kind of PSTD, and Mahoney was a young guy. She was young too. And Mahoney and I went to the auxiliary control and effected repairs from engineering, enough to get the ship to safety, and rescued the ship and the crew. 600 crewmen that rescued. The Enterprise E shortly thereafter showed up and saved the day. And for the commendation of Nick Locarno having saved the crew of the ship, the Exeter, and having been in a prison in Cardassian space for many years, it was 2376, near the end of the war, 75, 76, somewhere around there. And they said, okay, you were redeemed. Starfleet gave you back commission and all that. And, the Voyager returned shortly after that, 2278. Tom Paris, they have twin brother. So what's going on with that is that Nick Locarno and Tom Paris, well, Nick Locarno has the mother's maiden name instead of Paris, Admiral Paris's name. That's all. So they would be Nick Paris and Tom Paris. Yeah, so that's going. I didn't go with the Voyager. Yeah, so that's the story. And many years later, the Captain Esteban returned to help thwart the actions of General O. Died in battle. After that, well, she did defeat General O first, and from Picard's show, but she defeated her, and a bunch of others helped to defeat her and her fleet when they showed up at Bajor to try and take over. We pasted them in the early 2400s. Good. Because that ending in Picard Season 1, 2399, wasn't good enough. Now, she came back for more. She got it. Because we were commanding the battleship Chimera A at that point. I think it was the Chimera A. Yeah. They were doing that at the time. Anyway, that's that story. I don't know if I was... Yeah, I think I heard about that.
It's Vad Duick. That sounds very exciting. This General O must have been a powerful warrior. And this other, Sarah Esteban, must have been valiant to have received a ship named after her. She's also named after a San Jose State first time around series student. She's an homage to someone named Soledad Rosas, who was one of the differently abled characters from that series in the 90s, who since passed away. But that character was meant to be that a version of her. I'm assuming that she played in the original Starship Locations. That was her character, Sarah Esteban. I'm assuming that's where that comes from. I'm assuming. Well, I have been over that whole Star Trek thing before about the ships, and here I am again. But I commander the Starship, the Legacy, and sometimes the Esteban. Yeah, so this season, adventures and stuff, and pretty much decided, all right, so it's just a different timeline. They kind of established in Lower Decks, Season 5, that there's all kinds of time shenanigans going on, so it could be any part of the multiverse that Cal, his version is. And I could be younger or older or whatever. Doesn't matter. Yeah. Would be fun to meet him, though. And I'm the Nicole DeBauer version of Ezra Dax, who was married to Nick Locarno in the timeline. Yes, we rescued him from the planet. I don't think I was there on the Exeter. I think it was on the Enterprise. Yeah, I didn't have a ship called the Aventine. Although in honor of the Star Trek Destiny books, the Chimera A is Adventure class, which does sound like Venture class a little bit. Similar, Adventure class, similar, Venture class. Venture class. Similar sounding, so yeah. And also the battleship version is much like the game one. But the earlier Chimera was more of a science vessel. And the Emmett Till is, of course, the big, huge, larger version of that vessel. Originally, the two ships were built for the Space Vanguard's remake, which didn't happen until the Starship Locations version, called Vanguard Space, and then Advanced Guard. They did do the original that version, and they ended up not using those ships at all. They built new ones. Yeah, the Galinsky class, named after the great Bill Galinsky, the Uncle Bill of Calcat.
Yes. I am Alexander Roshenko, son of Worf, grandson of Mog, daughter of the fifth house, and holder of the sacred balls. Son of the sacred house, yes. You have no idea. No, I don't swing that way. But it'd be really interesting if I did. Because you know, Klingons have two faces. Anyway, next, I'm going to something else. Yes. I am the commander of the Esteban in this story. Sometimes the Legacy. Not really the Chimera A. No. I am a Legacy Next Generation character, Worf's son. Kaler is my mother. And also, what's weird is the action figure that plays Miral Paris is a Kaler action figure. It's been done up to look like Miral Paris. That's confusing. Every time I see her, I think my mother is standing over there. It's not her. It's her daughter. I guess. I don't think she's my sister. I don't think she's supposed to be. I never thought about it. Never asked her. I guess it's not important. But yes. Yes. And the funny off-screen thing about my character is that, well, there's a number of funny things, but the first funny thing is that off-screen, the Klingon chant plays every time my character appears, but not this time. Yes. Also, the odd thing is that, yes, ages in Star Trek are often goofy. And right on early on, when they introduced me in Starship Locations to be on that Chimera A under Commander Ezri Locarno, Captain Ezri Locarno. By then, Nick had been promoted to Vice Admiral. Yes. Yes, I was telling the other crewmen on the ship that it was interesting that I was 11 years old on Deep Space Nine. 11 human years old. Not Klingon years old. Klingon human years old, I would have been 16. But yes, I was 11. And so I was a gunner on the Starship for some reason at 11. So I think that Beckett Mariner thing is feasible if she's got some Klingon in her. She could have been 11 at the Academy. I guess.
Yes, I suspect Crash LaForge is named after me. Crass. I also resemble that Klingon guy from Academy. Yeah. They didn't realize it was a guy, I guess. I'm okay with that. Don't really swing that way, but, you know, you never know. It's the future. Yeah. Nah. Actually, originally my voice character was played by Mark's Cards in the movie version, and then Calcat took over. But yes, and I am actually a variant of, variant of Bilana Torres. Well, my character is Ivana Tent, and they brought me over from the other show. A very funny opening scene involving Percy Squares. Very funny opening scene. But yeah, something about beating everybody or something. It's kind of funny. But yeah, then I became like a science officer and then a medical person and then a doctor after Tabby left the ship on the Legacy later on. So yeah. My character is I often make jokes about my character is now middle-aged. I would often say that for a human anyway. For an Orion, not really. Makes us more virile, you know. The voice actor, yes, Noelle Wells, is not married to a guy on the internet. This guy on the internet saying that was my wife. I know he's kidding. I've been over that before. It just creeps me out. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so they're Devon attendee. They've redone my makeup several times. I think they kind of got it right this season. Either that or they just didn't bother redoing me again. At one point, the makeup was melting off, so they just wrote it as part of the story. But yeah. Yeah. That's the command staff of the ship, and now we'll go on to the other cadets and other staff. Yeah. Yeah.
I am Shelavi. I am from Trek Corps. Yes. I decided to make an appearance here. Just to have some of the other characters reappear that have shown up. Yeah. And here are some of the other co-stars and guest stars from the show. And then we will get to the cadets. It was essential to have them show up because they were waiting for so long. Yes. Yeah, so we'll bring them in, as well as the yes, as well as the guy that played Nog in this show, because obviously Aaron has passed. Yes. Yeah. I'm Elnor. I am Elnor from Star Trek Picard. Yes. Even Evangoria. I also met Calcat at a convention. Yeah. I'm actually the correct age to be who I am. Strangely enough. Yeah. Anyway. And also, there. So many delicious young men. Of legal age, of course. At this convention, I was distracted. Oh my. Yes. Well, I play Rich Everson. I'm a parody of Rich Evans from Red Letter Media. I was involved in the Star Trek Galaxy fan film idea, which became an episode of this show. These hack frauds, like us, hack frauds. Yeah. And they are, so they did what they did. And yeah, I was there. Isn't that wonderful? Yeah. Rich Everson. Yeah. I guess I'm a Cillian or something. Never quite figured that out. Yeah, I'm one of the internet guys that's here. I don't know if other internet guys will show up or not, but it's fine if some of them do and some of them don't. I'm looking at that one fella in the audience there, Vitriol. I don't know if he's going to come over here or not. Hopefully not, because, probably not. He's walking away. You want me to give him your phone number? Jay Bergman. Jay Bonham. Jay Bonham parody. Yeah, I was introduced after these other two guys got on the show. I was like, wait, where's my character? Wait a minute. So, okay, I'll put you in there. I'll say you were Tad Riker last season. It's been there the whole time. Like, no, I kind of wasn't, but that's okay. Yeah, so, that's the deal. Yeah, Jay Bonham. Another internet celebrity from Red Letter Media. Yeah, we're not sponsors or nothing of Calicat. That'd be weird. No, we're just here. Yeah, I came up with that Star Trek Galaxy kind of as a joke. He took it literally and decided to make an episode. And it wasn't a bad episode. I liked it. We were on the bridge of the Enterprise D, and they got rescued from time and space and stuff from that planet Valerian 2. They called it Valerian in the parody, and called it the Ventura. Copyright reasons. And then Star Trek Picard went around and said, oh no, they pulled the saucer section up a long time ago, and Geordi put it together a long time ago and fixed it. And not in the Silly Trek universe. Unless he crashed it again, and that's when we found it. But that's not how the story goes. So no, I don't think so. Because smartly, the Chimera series took place after 2401. Even if it started back in 2019, which would be comparable to 2399, roughly, somewhere around there. 96, I guess. Yeah, the Silly Trek timeline's weird. Somebody else should explain it. I'm not going to explain it. It's just weird. Anyway. Yeah. And also Lower Decks did our Take the Hull Apart joke as well. So, yeah, that guy does know our stuff too. He's watching it. Psst. Ah, yes. I play Nog. I'm sort of a Quark imitation. Nog. I play Aaron Eisenberg's character so that he can become the famous starship captain and fleet captain from the Battle of to retake Bajor from General O and all that stuff. And yeah, so I was, because I had a big battleship called Emmett Till A. The Emmett Till was destroyed in 2396, but we got another one. Yeah, by 2401 or so. So yeah, we're okay at that point. Also, I met aged old Uhura, who visited the ship in the episode, the Tribble episode. And I got to see a giant Tribble, a huge queen Tribble that had been enhanced by bluegills and by some kind of augment technology to be huge. Yeah. And it talked like Divine from John Waters. It's funny. But yeah. So yeah, I hope I do a service to Aaron Eisenberg, who Calcat met back in the day at a convention and talked to for several minutes. Including, he also met Icheb as well. The guy that played Icheb. Him too. Forgetting what his name was. But yeah, he talked to Eisenberg back in the early 2000s. Yeah, so yeah, so yeah, they play him. And in the future, on Star Trek Discovery, there's the Discovery show. There's a starship named after me. In order for there to be starship named after me, on that board, on that plaque, you can't say Commander Nog. It's got Captain Nog, at least. Fleet Captain Nog. Fleet Captain as of 2404. Yeah. That's right. Fleet Captain Nog. Yes. It is profitable. Ah. Fleet Captain Nog. He's like, oh. Crikey. Hello. Oh, I just decided to butt in. I am Critical Vitriol, better known as Cinematic Venom. Well, that's what my character's making a spoof of. It's a guy from the internet who misquoted the Calcats about the Channel Awesome scandal, that's all. But then I said, I want to put this character out on my show because it's kind of funny. His character was funny, so he's on my show. So I was talking to my friend back there, who was also the luminary of the Catster, and have him come over too. But yeah, I'm just a peripheral character. It appears once in a while. Yeah, no big deal. I am Shadow Dancer, and not the guy he's talking about. I just kind of came over here. See, I'm Shadow Dancer. I'm the Talisman Father, the Gatov Father. Yeah, and I'm here. Not fun? That's fun. No. That's fun. So there we are. Yeah, there's nothing untoward in this thing. Nothing at all. Yeah, so I could drop by and say, yeah, I was in the show too. And I've been in the Transformers meets Star Trek thing as well. Yes. Okay, yeah. I am Vita Cola or Odo since yeah, it's a Colavito spoof, Jason Colavito, who contributed an entire season to the series called The Planet of the Fallen Ones, and his story was used as the basis for that season, and then rewritten as a sci-fi story. I was there. Yeah, and he said you don't need a byline on the book credits because that's not necessary. Yeah, the trolls were gonna get to the Calcat guy. Yeah, but yeah, so I'm the guy who was talking to Vitriol. Yeah, I just thought I'd chime in. Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, so yeah.
I'm Melissa Rumbly. I'm Melissa Rumbly, and now introducing you to the younger cast of Starship Locations. Yeah. So yeah, on the ship, sometimes. Yeah. And I was one of the Seskas. in the other timeline. Yeah. But not directly the other person this is based on. I'm not really making fun of her or nothing. Just I used the name. It's also the name of somebody else, so it's fine. I'm the one you've all been waiting for, Castor Riker. Ah, the character that did the original character. This was Lulu Wilson, who is now 22. And but when we started the show, she wasn't yet a cadet and stuff, and finished the academy. So we set the show in 2402, 2401, 2402, a little bit after what we thought would be the end of the Picard show. So that worked out. And yeah, I'm one of the other characters in it. I'm like a sort of Bethany, one of the characters from the church group. I'm not really. I'm just a voice. But yeah, that's who the character actually is. And I've had me confused for other ones before, but yeah, that's who she is, Bethany. Yeah, and here we have and I am Tamara Locarno. So yeah, Tamara Locarno, and I've also been Tamara Tal, and I'm versatile. I guess I was loosely based on a character from the show, or the church group, called Jenna, apparently. Bethany and Jenna. They thought it was the Abbeys all along, but it was actually Bethany and Jenna. College-age people from the other side. So yeah. Yeah, so that's cool. Now, so they're kind of them. We're kind of them. Yeah, I'm the daughter of Nick Locarno and Esri. I have a counterpart, which is fun. I didn't know I had a counterpart. But according to Nicole DeBauer herself, I have a little sister. It's her, at a convention. Yeah. Met her at a convention. Yeah, anyway, so yeah, that was, so here we have me, Abby Hertzman, or Abby Kurtz, same thing, side-eye glance thing. And Janeway is perfect as a character to play that. So it wasn't that they redid, like, the other, they've changed me a few times, but it wasn't like they redid the other, the Orion Janeway, the zombie Janeway, to make me. I'm another one, as you can see. Abby Hertzman, yeah. So that's fun. And actually, I am one of the original cast, daughters and descendants of one of the original cast from the church group characters from the 90s Starship Locations game as well. And so I would have been in the 2010s one, I guess. No, maybe later. No, 2020s. 2020s first. Yeah, that's right. So I'm in this one. Not directly, though. If the actual person sees this, it's just Cal Hazel and it's Cal Hackett. It's perfectly nice and nothing happened to me. Nothing weird. I'm just there. I'm in my 20s. It's fine. Actually, my character is more of a medical person. But so was Abby, the other Abby. But so was Emma. That's right, Emma. Emoji. But we changed that character because she wanted the character to be changed. So they changed mine to engineering. So I have played several different characters on here. Yeah. I'm again that other sort of crusher lady, and here I played the Borg Queen. I've played Miss Henderson, the Joy lady, who the Cal Hazel had been with, hung out with, and Marshall Sportiest, or the Jung Swan period. I've played Abby Hertzman's mom, Katie Hertzman, and that's funny. So that's cool. As a Dr. Crusher character, Cal Hazel at a convention, or Cal Cat. Anyway, so yeah, other than that, I guess I'm on the Starship. What do they call the Starship this season? The Koinonia, and the Koinonia without the correct spelling Koinonia as opposed to an Academy. They spelled Koinonia wrong. Koinonians. That's not how you spell that. No.
And I play Scott Boyce, a character in the story. I've also been a Scotty figure. There's also playing me, but I'm an O'Brien too. And it's kind of funny. Kind of Scottish instead. I was an STO guy. I was behind the scenes at STO. So I know about that. I was. And Lucasfilm. So, all the connections and 2 different studios. Huh. Not anymore, though. Or DC. Yeah, but the character is. So, Scott Boyd, clearly a reference. Which is fine. Not really, but, yeah. Cal Hazel playing him. And honorably, of course. Commander of the Koinonia this season.
I am Emoji Boys. A little bit surprised that the two, my friends Abby and Beth, and all those characters were in the Cal Hazel series, but delighted that it was fun. I watched it. Fine. Very LGBTQ friendly. That's awesome. Props to that. My character is called Emoji Boys, and the daughter of Boyd, Scott. And yeah, so I play this character, and also it's weird that the Katie over there looks more like my mother. Than that's just odd. I guess they didn't have an action figure for that one, so they just used her. But no, my mother's not interested in Silly Track at all, so she's not going to appear. The other Christie's not going to appear. It's not going to happen. Nope. But yes, I switched divisions. I said, oh, my character should be a medical doctor. The doctor on the show, training doctor on the show. The 2408 timeline. The doctor on the show. Jumped ahead. Do that. Anyway, so yeah. They switched me around too. I was, I'm Jessica Woods. Jessica Woodworth analog. From the original cast of the 90s version of Starship Locations with the church group, which I believe we have around the Exodus and the Fellowship and a number of other fun ships. And yeah, so I'm back. But it's a Cal Hazel thing, so I'm okay with it just as long as it doesn't get very strange. And as he doesn't ship us making out with him, I'm okay with it. He hasn't done that, so that's good. Or each other. Yeah. No. No. But yeah, I knew that would come up, so I decided to come out and just stop that immediately. No. No, we don't read minds. It's that men are just really obvious. Yeah. Brand confusion. Yeah, I think my character this season is supposed to be Avery Woods. Avery Woods. And, yeah, I think I'm Avery, and the other girl is the other one. I'm Avery. I think that's right. And if it's not, then I am also this guy. Yeah, doesn't matter. I'm also this other guy. I'm also Kiryoshi. I don't think so, though. I think I'm Avery. And I'm not my sister, Abby Woods. I'm the younger sister. Yeah, and I technically shouldn't be on the show yet as a cadet. Yeah, but I'm on the show. Just as long as nothing weird goes on. And yet I'm another Kestra. And yeah, so another Kestra. But also I am a Char Hicks. Charlotte Hicksman. I'm also too young to be here. But they did that with Dan and Kestra back in the day, so yeah, and nothing weird going on. So yeah. Yeah, I've been here and here I am. Yeah, yeah, we're just on the ship. We're all on the Starship Esteban mainly. Sometimes the Legacy. Depends. And I am another Deanna Troy character. And I am also Sandra Talisman. The inspiration for kind of Devon Attendee. Kind of. That kind of happy-go-lucky, outgoing kind of thing, sprightly personality. Kind of thing they were looking for. And yeah. And kind of Sylvia Tilly, that's probably what they're thinking of too. But yeah, they were thinking of me. Yeah. I was one of the original Cillians. Well, not original, I guess. Marshall Sportius. Yeah, I was around. But I was too young. And then by the time the show was entering the early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s, I was allowed to participate. And so, yeah, 98, 99, 2000. And then I could participate. So that would be line up with the 2370s. Yeah. And curiously enough, if Mariner had just said, oh, she was a decade later, makes sense. My generation. Yeah. Anyway, because we're the same age, apparently. Yeah. I'm not going to say. I'm 10 years younger than Cal Hazel. Do the math. And not yet the magic Star Trek number. 47. Not yet 47. Psst. Not yet 47. Yeah. No, 47 comes from actually the room number of is Rick Berman's room number in college. That's what that's from. Rick Berman, yeah. Pretty sure it's Rick Berman. Might have been Pillar, but I think it was Berman. Yeah. Next Generation went on for 18 years, and the new show's been since 2017 to the present. Oh, 10 years. A little under 10 years. Yeah, so that's Star Trek for you. And, yeah, this has been interesting in my last minute appearance here. Well, I'm going to do something that I didn't get to do in the other show. I'm going to go find the Holy Cat Cal Hazel guy. I'm going to make out with him. No. If you'll excuse me.
You called? You called?
Yes. I saw him first, many years ago. Just because the Sewell cult disbanded doesn't mean you can come in here and take the guy that was my man once. Well, not anymore, but just saying. Yeah. And my sister Melissa's over there, and yeah, she's probably listening. Anyway, so, yeah. I shall fight for him. Oh, come on. I've got a better idea. Why don't we just share him? Share him? Oh, my.
Oh, my. Very well.
I am Wendy McKinley, and I play the gender character although the gender character is actually much younger than me, like about maybe 10 years younger than me. Anyway, a little over 10 years younger than me. And she's a popular influencer, a trans character. Similar to the Council of Geeks lady. Yes, anyway, yeah. The character on the show, I play the sort of the Nurse Chapel kind of character, like she does. And yeah, so that's cool. Yeah, we have some confusion about characters and names, so that have been switched around. So I'll attempt to fix that. Just now, yes. Doesn't matter who they all are because they kind of get switched sometimes, so don't worry about it. It's a Star Trek tribute thing. There's been 800 episodes. There's been 9 series, I think. They're way, way, way further than Star Wars, which is 10 years younger. Way, 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 way further. They got a long way to go to catch up. Yeah, so apparently I am actually Molly O'Brien, and Kiryoshi's the sister, but I played the other one in the other timeline. But I am his sister. I'm Kiryoshi's sister, Molly O'Brien. And in actuality, the voice character is inspired by one of the other church people, I think. Yeah. And possibly the Linda Kim character mixed in there, too, from the Jones one. Yeah, which is interesting. Yeah. But, yeah, it could be. Yeah. And we're not going to go into the other characters, the Fillettes, quote-unquote, even though that's Kestra. And some of the others. And Locarno is Dilark, the foster girl. Yeah. Anyway, that's what's going on there. But it's all Cal Hazel, so it doesn't matter.
And I am Asloth. I am a Techite. Actually, I was a Neelix figure. I thought I'd come in here at the very, very end. And I'm Asloth. Isn't that wonderful? I am Matrix. I'm Matrix. I played San Percac. I came back as Matrix. And I'm in my early 20s. And I am the person that replaced Cal Hazel as the Cillian commander character of the classroom. It was his replacement. So. I have a figure on the show, in Data Figure, but I didn't originally play San Percac in Canary Space. That was someone else. I took on the role. So, yeah. And I'm over there, and now it's back to the Cal Hazel guy. So, yeah. I was never actually a voice actor in it, just to make clear that the Chick-fil-A guy from the cast is not actually here. It's just Cal. Yeah. But I am pretty wild and crazy.
I play Molly. Oh, wait a minute. Molly's husband. I play Molly O'Brien's husband. Husband. Yes. Miral Paris, born in 2378. It's now 2408 in the other timeline that we're currently doing, so that would make me 30. Yes. Human years old, of course. Klingon years, I'd be middle-aged. Klinzai. Yes. I guess the gag there was that my mother, Miss Paris, is kind of conservative, and Tom is not. My father's not conservative. He's liberal. Anyway, so, yes, yes, we returned to the Alpha Quadrant when I was an infant. Then I, later on, many years later, met Molly O'Brien in the 2400s. We started dating on the station thing, and then other station. It wasn't Deep Space Nine, it was Lighthouse. And then we got hitched. 2403. That's the story. And yes, I'm a Kadler action figure. Anyway, so yes, I don't think there's going to be any Q&A. Because we have used up virtually all the time. There's no point in doing that. Yes, so if there's anything left over tomorrow, I don't really think there should be. Yes. I play Wilson. I play Wilson Uhura, ancestor of Yoda Uhura. So, I'm inside a Tesseract thing, space artifact. And then I've been pulled out several times. I was briefly dating Alexander. We were almost getting married. We got married, I think, at one point, and then disappeared. Because relationships in Star Trek never work out.
I'm sort of, I am sort of a Yar-like character. I am, Angel. That's right, Angel Timms. Not really. I'm the Timmums, the parody one. Same thing as Sandra Talisman being the spoofy one. I am younger than Sandra Talisman. I was 18 in 2007. She was 18 in 1998. So, 10 years younger. So the last of the Young Sun Nation in the Hope. And, I decided to drop in. Anyway, thanks for coming to the convention and enjoying the Star Trek tribute thing, which was mostly us talking about ourselves, which is usually what happens at a real convention. Enjoy real conventions, of course, but this was fun. So you enjoy it and everything. And excuse me, I'm going to make out with my girlfriend right here. Oh dear. Dun, 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 dun. So,
Oh God. So, ladies, that was something. Oh wow. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. It was something, all right. I'm not ready. I'm not ready to commit to a kitten. No, not a kitten. Not just yet. But we rescued that cat. I know, but...
oh my God. OMG. This is your fault, you know. Yeah. This is all your fault, you know. Yeah. At least one of us got the girl. Yeah. Yeah. Twice. Yeah. At the same time. Damn. Damn. I didn't know we had it in her. Yeah. I didn't know we had it in us.
Emoji. Yes. You want something?
No, I was just wondering.
Do you like chocolate? Yes, I like chocolate. Fascinating. Eh. Are you trying to ask me out? Yes. Just ask me out. Oh. Can we go out? Sure, but take note that I swing both ways. Ah! I do too. You what? You what? Oh my. Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Her 5-year mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no man has gone before. Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Her ongoing mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no one has gone before. Space, the final frontier. These are the adventures of Deep Space Nine. Her ongoing mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, and boldly go where no one had gone before.
Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Voyager. Her ongoing mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no one dared go before. Journey home, that is. Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Discovery. Her continuing mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no one dared go before. Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Her ongoing mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no one had gone before. Paraspora of the stars. Scientia of the stars. Either one. These are the voyages of the Starship Athena. Her continuing mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no one dared go before.
Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Cerritos. Her ongoing mission to explore strange new worlds, seek out new life and new civilizations, and boldly go where no one had gone before. Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Prodigy. Her continuing mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no one had gone before.
Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Chimera. Her continuing mission to explore strange new worlds and silly situations, and strange new plots, to boldly go where none dared go before. Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Legacy. Her continuing mission to explore strange new plots and silly situations, and boldly go where none dared go before.
Space, the vital frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Esteban. Her continuing mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life in silly situations, to boldly go where none dared go before.